thing. Like, you might not even be you for real. You just this person that society told you was. And you just have kept being it. But you have the power to change that. Hey y'all, let's get in. So in this video, I want to discuss something that is literally a game changer. Like, if you want to live your best life for the rest of your life, this is something that you need to do and do forever. It's free. You know, you're gonna love to do it. It's something that you can do literally and not have to move. So what I'm talking about is talking to yourself. How powerful it is to have dialogue with yourself. Okay, so first off, let me say this. They say that the most intelligent people talk to themselves. I didn't make this up. Look it up. Albert Einstein did it. And I do it. So that must mean that is valid. I'm telling y'all this because, you know, I want to put y'all on. Okay? So to me, talking to yourself is basically being your own therapist. You know, when you're going to these people and they're asking you these questions, you sit on a couch and they asking you how that make you feel, they're doing the same thing that you would be doing to yourself for free, and you can do it in your own home. You can do it without judgment. Because I'm not saying that the therapist judges y'all, because I actually support therapy. I support it. I want people to do it. Everybody needs it. We all have went through trauma. We all need it. But if you are a person that, you know, maybe you cannot afford it, you know, maybe that's not your vibe, literally just talk to yourself. A lot of times we want to go talk to our friends. We want to talk to our family. We want to talk to all these outsiders, get social media's opinion, when internally we know ourselves better than anybody can ever tell us. You know, we can look high and low, but the answer is within. You know, if you want to know something about yourself, you need to ask yourself. And that is the importance of self-knowledge, because ultimately, you know you best. I got to say that. So, you know, there are different ways you can talk to yourself. There are different methods. You know, you can journal, you know, because essentially journaling is expressing yourself. So that's you talking. You can record yourself just like I'm recording myself. Talk to yourself. By recording, you can do it through voice memos. But essentially, it's not about how you do it. It's about what you are doing. And what you are doing is learning about yourself. You're asking yourself questions. You know, you're having a dialogue with yourself. You are being aware of what's going on around you and internally. Because essentially, to do this work, you have to live a conscious life. You have to be aware of what's going on around you. If you don't know what's going on, you're not going to know what needs to be repaired. Because essentially, a lot of the things that we feel, believe, think are things that we acquired through family, society, people that we just grew up around. And that doesn't mean that those beliefs are necessarily true or even that we agree with them. It was just on repeat as a child. So we are now adults walking around with child minds. Like literally damaged childs walking around in adult bodies. Because essentially a lot of the things that we do now started from childhood. You know, the things that you liked as a child, more than likely you like them now. The things that you believed as a child, you more than likely believe now. And not, again, out of choice, but out of a result of your surroundings. So that is why it is important to have dialogue with yourself so you can uncover why you believe this. Ask yourself, why am I tolerating this behavior? Is this all that I think that I deserve? Do I not feel like I am worthy of better? You know, and give yourself space to respond. Because one thing about that self, if you ask, that self gonna respond, okay? And sometimes it might not even be what you want to hear, you know, because a lot of times it be shit that we don't want to hear, you know. And that's why I promote talking to yourself, because it's no judgment here. It's me and God. It's us. We together. We here. It's stuff that we don't want to acknowledge that we need to work on. Just operating surface level is not going to allow you to uncover the things that are hindering you from being your highest self. You know, you maybe want to start a new business, but you don't, out of fear of judgment or out of fear of people talking about you, you know, needing outside validation. You know, it's a lot of things that we suffer from that we can correct if we are aware of it. You know, the thing that I always say is that once you are aware, like, you square. Like, once you're aware, you square, because all you need to do now to complete that shape is to keep going into that awareness, because essentially what you are doing is uncovering the origin of that feeling, that belief, that thought process. When you ask yourself, why do I believe this? Your self responds and you act accordingly. You know, you take steps to remove and delete the things that you no longer want to carry with you. Carrying baggages from childhood, baggages that you no longer need in your adult life. But you don't even realize you carrying these bags because it's so ingrained in your being. But if you want to get to your destination faster, you need to get them bags off your back.
Back a lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging all the back.
Period. Erica said it best. You dragging all them bags and you not even realizing that is why it's taking you so long to get where you need to be. You got too much luggage. You got too much shit, trauma, backed up shit that you have not addressed. And yet you are operating, you're out here living life unhappy and not even realizing it. Or you realize that you're unhappy, but you are okay with pretending to be happy. You know, I don't want to pretend. I want to really be happy. You know, I want to really be at peace. Like, I want a really higher version of myself. I don't want to have to pretend. And I feel like when you are able to talk to yourself, have a dialogue with yourself, you know, God will come in and assist you. A lot of things that I feel like I never would have known about myself, when it was time for me to know, it was revealed. Because as I'm moving through life, I'm always, you know, aware of what's going on. I'm aware of how I'm feeling, how I'm thinking. You know, why am I having this repetitive thought? Like, why do I keep comparing myself? You know, I'm very aware. And the thing with that is that if you do your part, God is going to do his. If you are trying to better yourself, improve yourself, you know, get in touch with who you are, why you are that way, and correct yourself, trust and believe you are going to be meted with the tools needed to excel. So for me, it's all about, you know, recreating yourself to be the person that you want to be. Recreating your mind, recreating your thought pattern, your actions, the things that you do on a daily basis. Who I am now was not who I was a month ago, 2 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. Like, who I have been lately has been a whole nother version that I never even thought was possible. But I never thought that she was possible because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was. All I knew was who I was told to be. And ultimately, that formed a disconnect within myself because all I know is who I was told to be, not who I truly am. And once I started talking with myself, having an inner dialogue, figuring out what we like, what we don't like, what we think, how we feel, you know, getting in touch with, you know, how we truly feel without the programming allowed me to really have that true confidence within myself, allowed me to operate in a way that's authentic to me because I know who that is. I know who I am now. So if you feel like you don't know who you are, if you feel like, you don't know where to start with yourself. Start with asking yourself some questions. If you don't know what questions to ask, look online. There's plenty of questions that you can ask. I'll give you the questions. And I will say this, the questions that you get, make sure that you're being honest with yourself. Nobody judging you. Nobody is judging you. It's okay to admit your flaws. It's okay to admit the things that you try to hide from other people. You don't want nobody to know. It's okay. Because this is a safe space. Nobody's going to know what you put. So be honest with yourself so you can address it. If you are lying to yourself, you can't correct no lies. It's nothing you can build on lies. Okay, be authentic, be real, express yourself, be vulnerable, and see what you find out about yourself. See the things that you like I said, because you're gonna find things you love about yourself. That you can be proud of. But the things that you don't love, you can always change. That's what makes it so great. You're not stuck with being any other way you don't want to. You have the power to change it. And that's so the beauty of it. You get to choose and change, who you are, what you believe. Because the person that I thought I was a go with the flow person. But I'm not outspoken. I'm very expressive. Like, I do not like to go with the flow. Like, I have an opinion. And I wouldn't have known that about myself had I just kept thinking that I knew myself on the surface. I had to dig down under them layers to figure out that, damn, this girl, she actually likes to run her mouth. She actually likes attention a little bit. Like, she actually likes to, be opinionated. She likes to express herself. She likes to have an opinion on things. Like, she likes her voice. She likes to speak up. And the person I thought I was, she wasn't who I am now. And it's like, you might be a person that you're not really even this person that you are. That's the thing. Like, you might not even be you for real. You just this person that society told you was. And you just have kept being it. But you have the power to change. Don't you want to change it? Don't you want to be the best version of yourself? Don't you want to, be more than you ever could have imagined? Like, I'm more right now than I ever could have imagined, and I'm just getting started. Okay? So, yes, talk to yourself. Talk with yourself. Have that inner dialogue. Ask yourself those questions. And be honest with yourself. And do this consistently. Do it daily if you can. Do it consistently. This needs to be a life daily practice because you want to continue to learn about yourself. You want to continue to grow, elevate, evolve. This is not a job, so some days you're going to miss. But for the most part, keep checking in with yourself. If nobody check on you, make sure that you check on you. Make sure that you checking in with you to see how you feel, what you thinking, what's going on with you, why you feel like you feeling like you feeling. Like I said, if you want to journal it, if you want to talk it out on a video, record it on an audio, however, is more in alignment with you, do it. But do it, okay? So thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe.